Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am so excited about this video because I bring you 3 Dollar Tree fall decor DIYs with a beautiful pop of color. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so let's get to it. DIY number 1, I am using these 2 brooms from the Dollar Tree that have this little scarecrow on them. I'm going to remove everything from them because I just need the 2 brooms for this DIY. And then I took them outside and gave them a very light coat of Rust-Oleum flat white in the spray paint. And again, very light because I want that natural tones to pop through. I am now going to take these 2 Dollar Tree foam pumpkins and I'm going to remove everything, including the stems. I am going to give the stems 2 coats of folk art gold paint. I got this at Walmart and it's kind of translucent, so I had to give it 2 coats. I'm going to give the white pumpkin 1 coat of the Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the linen white. That is because I wanted to have a crisper white tone to it. And I'm going to give the orange one 1 coat of this paint, which is one of my favorite colors. It's a color by Bear, and it's a mossy bench. It's beautiful, and it's a I think there's like their ultra line, and it has extremely great coverage. So only 1 coat was needed. I've used it in several projects, and I really love it. I'll have the name down below in the description box. All right, so I'm going to take this Dollar Tree wooden pumpkin. I have used several of them in several of my projects, and I'm going to wrap it, or I guess I'm going to bring or put some burlap look on the top front of it. So I'm going to take this ribbon from burlapfabric.com. I'm just going to remove some of the edges, and then I'm hot gluing it to the pumpkin until everything is nice and covered. All right, so now I'm going to take 2 leaves from this little packet of fall leaves from the Dollar Tree. It doesn't matter which ones. I don't even know why I'm picking and choosing. I guess I want one smaller and one larger, so there you go. I'm going to hot glue them to a piece of scrap foam board from the Dollar Tree. I want these pumpkins to be a little thicker. And look at that. I didn't realize that there were 2 in there. So I want these pumpkins to be a little thicker. So I'm just going to hot glue them to the foam boards, and then I am going to cut them around. And I want to thank Artisa for sending me this amazing hobby kit. I did not have any like cutting tools for crafts, and they were so nice to send me this kit. Look at this beautiful kit. It has its own little tiny cutting board, which I think is like the cutest thing ever. It's a self-healing cutting mat. And then it has 3 cutting tools, and look how beautiful. They have different thickness, including this really thick one, and they have different blades that you can use. Amazing, guys. If you guys are interested in purchasing this kit, you will find the link in the description box, as well as a code for a 10% discount today. So there you have it. All right, so now I am going to cut around the leaf for each leaf, and that way the leaf will have that texture from the actual leaf in the front, but it'll be thicker and more sturdy. I am going to give each leaf 1 coat of Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the linen white, because I'm going to paint them gold. The reason why I'm giving them 1 coat of the white is because the gold, like I said earlier, is pretty translucent, and I thought it would just be absorbed by the kind of like the fabric of the leaf. So I want to make sure that it has a lighter tone or base tone. And it did work. It did work. I only had to give it 1 coat of the gold paint.
Don't need someone to save me, no, and don't come running to blame me. From miles away I can tell that something's off. The way you look and how you pause when you talk, I think you said enough. You said your love for me something brand new. You said this is something you would never do. Here we are in your car, let me see who you are.
Now I am going to put the stems back on the pumpkins, as well as add a skewer stick to the leaves. That way I can stick them in the arrangement nice and easily. And because it has that foam, I'm going to stick it right through. This little tiny pumpkin I thought I would need for this arrangement, so I ended up painting it the teal or the mossy bench, that teal tone, as well as painting the stem gold. But I ended up not needing it, but I will use it in the next project. So, but that's why you see that one there. I am now going to remove, using my blade knife, some of the, I guess, bulkier part of this pumpkin, because I wanted to lay pretty flat on the arrangement, and it wasn't laying flat, so I wanted to give it a flat back, and that is why I'm removing a piece of it. And now I'm going to take this Dollar Tree. It's like a hollow, like cylinder shaped ribbon. I used it for a wreath video that I did recently, and I still have some, so I wanted to make a bow with it. I just think it's very unique, and I thought it would be really cute to do a double loop bow to add on this arrangement. All right, so let's get everything put together. So now it's the fun part, right? It's to put things together. So I'm just going to stick the leaves and hot glue the pumpkins and add the bow. And we'll be done with this one, guys. And it's truly one of a kind, beautiful fall. I guess it could be like a front door wreath or any other decoration. I just think it came out super cute. And that pop of color of that teal is just gorgeous.
You really are, yeah. Don't need you here to say you're sorry, 'cause if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Don't take it slow, don't be gentle, no, I just gotta know, if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Ooh, 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 ooh. second. Yeah, you're being over your head, babe. 'Cause there is no one other than me that can make you feel the way you feel when I hold you. I think I said enough. You said you love for me something brand new. You said this is something you would never do. Here we are in a car. Let me see.
Alright guys, so DIY number 2. I'm going to take this Dollar Tree wooden leaf and I'm going to give it 1 coat of the Bare Mossy Bench paint.
Who you are, who you really are. Yeah, don't need you here to say you're sorry. 'Cause if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Don't take it slow, don't be gentle. No, I just gotta know if you're gonna leave me, then just do it.
Once it was dry, I am now going to take these doilies from the Dollar Tree and I'm going to use just one of them. And I'm going to hot glue it to the surface of the leaf. That way you see the doily, but you also have that teal tone undertone underneath. And it just looks super beautiful, super chic. And what a great way to use these doilies.
Shooting me with words, but I won't let them bruise. Even though it hurts, I won't show it to you. 'Cause it will ricochet, I won't let it bite. I will look at you and tell you that I'm alright. Like a ricochet, it will come back to you. 'Cause I don't care about you anymore.
Once again, I'm going to use the cutting tool that Tisa sent me, and it just made the work so much easier than cutting. I don't know if you've ever tried cutting around wood with a lot of detail like this with scissors, but it's not easy. So with this tool, you can just get really close to the edge and make a very good cut.
You can't hurt me like you did before. Let me tell you, not because my eyes are open, your words will keep bouncing away.
Alright, so now I am going to distress it just a bit on the edges using Waverly Antiquing Wax and my stenciling brush. I'm just going to do the very, very edges just to add some dimension to the leaf. Alright, so there's that little pumpkin I did earlier and that I didn't use on my previous DIY. So I'm going to hot glue it there to the bottom of the leaf, as well as a flower from Dollar Tree.
I used to let it in, all the things you said. You try to turn me into somebody else.
I am going to take Rust-Oleum Hammered Golden Tone Spray Paint, and I'm going to spray paint this Harvest word. It's like a tin word from the Dollar Tree, but again, I'm going with that golden tone, so I am just going to give it 1 good coat of the paint. And then once it was dry, it's time to attach it to the leaf using hot glue, and then we'll be done. Guys, this is another one that's very unique, very chic, and it has that fall look, but again with that beautiful pop of color.
But it will ricochet, I won't let it bite. I will look at you and tell you that I'm alright. Like a ricochet, it will come back to you. 'Cause I don't care about you anymore. so you can't hurt me like you did before. Let me tell you, not because my eyes are open, your words will keep bouncing away. And even if you're trying to hurt me, my skin's getting thicker each day. Don't know how you fall asleep at night, knowing that your words are.
All right, DIY number 3. So guys, this is my favorite. So I'm going to take this Dollar Tree red truck sign and I'm going to remove everything from it. The only thing I'm not going to remove is those words. The word Happy Harvest actually is textured and it has like a little bit of glitter, but it's not too much, but I'm going to leave it on because later on I'm going to trace over it. So for now, I'm just going to remove everything. And then I'm going to take my blade knife and I'm going to cut the top portion from the bottom. So I'm going to have 2 pieces.
It's just not right. No, because my eyes are open, your words will keep bouncing away like a ricochet, like a ricochet.
And then once I had it cut, I sanded down the edges that I cut so that they are nice and straight and smooth.
Like a ricochet, like a ricochet.
All right, so now I'm going to tape the wheels because I want to keep them the black tone, but everything else is going to get 2 coats of Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the linen white.
Let me tell you, not because my eyes are open, your words will keep bouncing away. And even if you're trying to hurt me, my skin's getting thicker each day. Don't know how you fall asleep at night, knowing that your words are hurtful, it's just not right. No, because my eyes are open, your words will keep bouncing away like a ricochet. Oh, like a ricochet.
All right, so while the truck dries, I am going to take these 2 little pumpkins from the Dollar Tree and I am going to cut them in half, straight down the middle. That way I'll have 4 half pumpkins. I'm going to use my blade knife for this one, and again, I'm just going to cut it right in half.
I've been lying here for too long. I don't know what else to do. I wanna get away from every little thing just to try to make it through.
And now I'm going to paint 2 of them in the mossy bench and 2 of them and the other 2 with Rust-Oleum chalk paint and the linen white.
I've been thinking about my options, every detail in my head, but it doesn't really matter, nothing matters, so I cry instead. I've been running in circles, trying to catch my breath. I've been trying everything.
I went outside and I grabbed a random little branch and I'm just cutting little pieces of it because these are going to be my stems for the 4 little pumpkins.
I ain't got nothing left. I've been staring at the ceiling. I've been staying
And I'm going to secure them to the pumpkins using hot glue.
up all night. Everything I ever worked for vanished in the blink of an eye. I've been asking every question, 'cause I haven't got a clue. Why's it gotta be me? What the hell am I supposed to do?
Alright guys, this is when things get really fun for me. So I'm going to take this Dollar Tree foam board and I'm going to cut several pieces. 2 of them are going to be more like rectangular, longer pieces, and they're about 1.25 inches thick. However, I did have to cut more of it off, so they turned out to be about 1 inch thick, and I don't really know how long they are because I just measured it with the bottom of the truck, but I would guess it would be about 5 inches long or so. So I'm going to have those two pieces, and those are the pieces that are going to then act like it's going to give the truck a 3D effect. So it's going to have like a mini truck bed, which I think is super cute. So I'm going to hot glue them vertically on the back of the truck, making sure that I am gluing them no wider than the top portion of the truck. All right, so now I am going to cut another piece. This is going to be a larger piece, but I'm going to keep it in the same width. That's what I'm doing there, as those ones that I just glued. And this is going to be the part that's going to then go behind the top portion, and it's going to then be glued to the bottom portion. And I know that sounds complicated, but you'll see it here. So I'm just going to hot glue that part there, and that's how it's going to kind of join together and become more of a 3D truck where you would have a mini tiny bed. All right, before we put anything together, I want to then now add some of the details that the truck had, which it lost because I painted over them. I'm going to use the Waverly Antiquing Wax, and I'm just going to add some shading, some of the details like the bumper right there, and some distressing to give it more of a farmhouse look. And I did the same thing with the top part. So now I am going to trace, as I mentioned earlier, the word Happy Harvest. So I'm going to use the mossy bench and a small brush, and I'm just going to trace it because I can see the letters through the paints because I left them so they're a little bit raised, and that way it was easy to just follow. All right, here we go. So let's put everything together. I'm going to add hot glue. Now, I don't know why I'm adding hot glue in the entire part because I'm only going to need about half of it. But there you have it. I'm going to now attach the top portion to the bottom portion so it's flush with the two little pieces I added. And guys, this is so cute. Look at that. Oh my gosh. So now I'm going to add these little pumpkins, half pumpkins. They're going to look like they are stacked on the back of this truck, which is so adorable. And again, just hot glue them to the back there.
Look out, here she comes. Too bad she'll never know. Yeah, I can't tell her how I feel because she has someone who makes her happy.
And now I'm going to add a few little details using these little faux florals. These are like dried wheat bushes that I got from Walmart. And basically I'm going to add 3 of them, just scattering them around, and we'll be done, guys. And as I said, this is my favorite. I am so in love with them. From the little tiny pumpkin to the truck, and it has that tiny bed. Those pumpkins just fit perfect there. I'm just so happy with the way it turned out. And I hope you enjoyed it too. You're going to have to let me know which one of these is your favorite and which one you would love to try at home. And remember, you don't have to use the teal if that's not the color you're going with. You can certainly use any other color you want. So guys, if you're visiting for the first time, I'd love for you to become part of our YouTube family. So consider subscribing, hitting the subscribe button down below. And if you're visiting, once again, I want to say thank you so much for your support. Guys, I hope you have a blessed day. I'm going to have a playlist at the end of this video with a lot more fall inspiration. So if you're looking for more fall inspiration, click that playlist. And I hope you have a great day, guys. Bye.
It's just the two of us, just the two of us. But I know I have to try to let her go, because she won't be mine. I listen when she talks, I walk